Good morning guys, it's a lovely breezy November day. So we're 1st of November, you could tell the seasons are changing quite quickly now. The weather is awful most of the time, the ground's absolutely sopping wet. I come home muddy most of the time, but I suppose that comes with the territory, doesn't it, metal detecting, you know, so I'm sure a lot of you know that. So we're back here today in Suffolk and our really good permission we've got here. We've got two fields we're going to be searching today. I'm going to have a little dibble in both of them. I'm going to stick on this one to start with, if the weather holds off, that is, because it's got really showery all of a sudden. I'm going to stick on this one. Now I'm sticking on this one because we've had a lot of good targets come out of here. It's a big field, there's a lot to search, and there's just a lot of good targets coming out. I'm trying to get as much searched in here as possible before the crops grow too high and then I just can't go on it. So hopefully we're going to have some good finds. Now the next field that we're going to be searching, it's probably easy if I go through the trees. It's just through here and through this little gap, through there, and there's our next one. So that one was peas, they're now all gone. And now it's just weedy, it's just full of weed growth. So hopefully we'll have some good targets on there. So I'll see you on the first hole. So we've got our XP Deus II. We're going to be using the Minelab Pro Spade. And I tell you what, I cannot rate this spade high enough. I used to use the Blackadder ones, but after bending them a couple of times, there's just no, you know, after that you just can't use it, and it's just basically just have to throw it in the bin and get a new one. And at that rate, when it was like, I don't know, 60, 80 quid for a new spade, just madness, isn't it? So, but I've had no issues with this one at all. The Minelab Pro Spade, absolutely brilliant. I'll add the link to this in the description for you guys as well. So we've got our usual setup. We've got the XP Deus II. We're going to be running Deep HC on it, modified settings. So I'll give you a quick run through of these today as well. So we've got our discrimination at 7. Well, I tend to keep it at that. The sensitivity, we're going to run it at 97 because the ground here there's like hardly any iron here at all. Frequency shift, we got it on 1. Iron volume on 3. Reactivity, there's hardly any iron in this at all. Although saying that, the far end up that side where I'm going to go is quite irony. So I may well change this. We'll see how it goes, but for now I'm just going to leave it on 2. Audio response, we've got it on 5, and then we're back to that. Expert settings, we've got 3 tones, 0 bottle caps, notch 0, 0, silencer is on 1, and we're back to that. And I'll quickly give you a quick run through of the tones, tone breaks. So we got tone 1, 202 hertz at 7, and then the next one, tone break 2, 502 hertz, 72 break, and on the last one we got 742 hertz, and that is it. Right, I think we're about there. I think we're ready to go get some targets before this rain really hits us. Right guys, well, as you can tell, the heavens have opened and it's sprinkled us with a lovely little shower, so it seems to be stopping now, hopefully, so I won't get too wet, but yeah, hopefully we'll be alright. So we're heading up towards the far end of the field, an area I've had some nice milled silver out of in the past, so yeah, hopefully there'll be some more targets left in there. I haven't quite found yet. Obviously this ground is quite difficult now that we've got crops in it, but some of them are larger than others, so I'm just sort of selecting the areas that are a little bit smaller. Crops are a bit smaller in, so I can just sweep through them. Obviously we don't want to damage anything or anything, but yeah, we're just going to sweep between the, sorry, I thought I had a target there. Sweep between the target, sweep between the crops, and see what we can find. Right, so just as we found our first target, it's absolutely lushing it down. Ain't gonna put me off because I'm still gonna be digging this target. So it better be a good one for me standing out in the rain. But yeah, we got a 7071 VDI. It's absolutely throwing it down. I mean, it's not very cold. It's quite warm, mild. Well, I say warm. It's not really warm. It's quite mild out here, so it's not unbearable. It's just pretty wet. So, hey, the joys of metal detecting. It's got to be year round as well, innit? You can't do it just in summertime. My first target is a little button. Nice little textured one as well, not just a basic smooth one. Right, this bloody rain stopped. But yeah, here's our first target, little button. Sorry, I'm just putting my hood up at the same time so I don't get too wet. Nice little button, nice little pattern on it. Hopefully this rain will help clean it up a bit, but I don't think it will. But yeah, nice little first target. Right, let's crack on. Right, here's our second target. Quite a nice 87. Quite solid, that one. Not much jump in that at all. 87 VDI. Nice, easy to find. Well, if nothing else, at least this rain is going to help us amplify the signals. It also get me very wet, but yeah, it will sort of help us find them a bit easier. But yeah, let's see what we can find in here. Crazy weather, as if we've not had enough rain. It's in that bit there. No. I think all the people driving by must think I'm pretty crazy being out in the rain, but there's no better time to do it, is there? Be sitting at home. So, next target is a little bit of lead. It's got something, looks like a bit of an alloy or something, because it's got like lead and then another type of metal in there. So I thought it looked like a coin, but don't know. Bit odd, isn't it? Does look like a coin's been stamped in there. Strange. Alright, let's move on. How's about that for a button? It's a beautiful little thing, isn't it? Lovely bit of gold gilding on there. Looks like some sort of sun maybe in the middle. Yeah, the shank's gone unfortunately, but lovely and flat. I reckon it would have been absolutely cracking back in the day, wouldn't it? Stunning little thing. Brilliant, good little find. Right, let's move on. I've just had this lovely little tiny little buckle out. Look at that, it's tiny. It's about the size of my fingertip. Absolutely wee little thing. No pin on it, but yeah, look at that. It's quite smart, isn't it? Maybe it's for a shoe, maybe? That's quite cool, isn't it? Nice little thing. Brilliant. Another little good find today. Brilliant. 55, 56. I don't have many buttons today. Oh, speak of the devil. Literally said it. We just found a button. Shouldn't have said it, should I? Never say the B word. Never say the B word. Well, that's 3, so it's not too many, but yeah, still. Button. We don't want buttons. Not the best of days today. Weather's pretty poor. What would you expect? It's November, so yeah, sunny UK. It's never a thing. Well, a bit of an iffy one, but sounds better than, well, more good than bad, so hopefully let's see what it is and let's see, I suppose. Let's see what this is. And the pinpointer wants to turn on. There we go. I think that is that a George? I think it's a George. It's a little bit hard to see because it's a little bit corroded. I think that is a George. Trouble is, you end up this time of year, you end up with muddy gloves and muddy everything else. So as soon as you touch whatever you're trying to clean, it just gets worse. Yeah, it definitely is 2 or 3. I mean, it's hard to see, but I think it's at least 2. And he's facing to the left, so it's either going to be George or... Yeah, I think that's George. I don't think that's Charles. He hasn't got the right sort of portrait bust on him for that, so... Yeah, good little find. If I don't muddy it up again. Just cleaned it and muddied it up again. Yeah, good little find. Nice little coin, that. Britannia's a little bit, well, she's seen better days, isn't she? But yeah, good little find. Brilliant. Nice, close to the surface, 61, that one. I've got a few today that have been right on the surface. Oh, it's a coin. It's a modern day, is that 10p? I think it's a 10p. No, it's a 5p. That's a 5 pence. Hold on a minute. That's not quite that modern then, because 5p's aren't that small. Well, they're much smaller than that now. Let's see what age this is. If I can find the date on it. Well, it's definitely Elizabeth II. I can see that much. 5 pence. As for a date, I'm struggling to see where it is. I can't see it on the front. I'm not sure there is a date on there. There is no date on it. So I have absolutely no idea. But yeah, that is 5p's are obviously half the size of that now. They're definitely not this big. Yeah. That's the first coin we found today. Normally I come away from this field with about 5 or 6, but yeah, not today. So to be fair, I haven't found many buttons either, which is great. So yeah, here's a little 5p, 5 pence, Elizabeth II. So next one, 85. Nice 85, that one. It's just in this up here, I think. It's literally right there. Oh, I've got it here. Here it is. What is that? Found something. There wasn't so much on it. Might be able to tell what it is. Can't really tell what that is. At first I thought it might be sort of a bicycle, you know, a chain link. I don't really know. Not a clue. It could well be, actually. I don't know. It's obviously got some sort of rotating bit in the middle there. Don't know. Maybe it's not. No idea. Strange. Another strange little object that's come out. No idea. Not a clue. Yeah, don't know. Right, we've got a target right on the surface again today. This is like the 4th target I've had literally just below the surface today, which is quite unusual. I think it's just a button in it. Oh, it's a button, but it's got a nice little pattern on it. Not your usual buttons. It's a nice button. We seem to be finding some nice buttons today. Not sure why. Okay, it's got like a kind of like a little star in the middle, like a pinwheel. Almost looks like a flower, this one. That's nice, isn't it? And the shank as well. It's always good. Yeah, it's quite nice. Yeah, nice to find some buttons with a bit of pattern on them. You don't find that many with patterns. Tend to be pretty blank and pretty boring, but that's a nice little one there, isn't it? Nice. Brilliant. Good little find. The next one. Nice loud 84 that. No movement in that VDI at all. And the only downside is it's right in the puddle. So I hope it's an easy one to find because I don't fancy getting my hands in there. Yeah, there's just so much water on this field, it's unreal. I'm glad I'm wearing wellies for it. It's kind of the only thing you can do this time of year, isn't it, really? Just bung on all your wet weather gear. It's typical, isn't it? It's going to be right in that hole. Typical. Alright, just going to have to do it. Yeah. That bit, no. I'm going to be searching a little bit blind. I can hear it. No. It's going to be an absolute nightmare to find now, isn't it? An absolute nightmare. Tell you what, it better be worth it. It's better be worth it. And at least it's not minus temperatures in the winter time, so it's not too bad. I think we got it. We got it. Definitely got it that time. Yes. Yep. That's a piece of rubbish. Right, here's our next one. 85. Literally right amongst these. Typically is right next to the plant. A nice 85 signal. It's quite low though, this one. Pretty low. Where is it? Just here. Wherever this is. It could be a coin. I think it could be a coin. Don't think that's a button. If it is a coin, I tell you what, I don't think we can see anything on that. That is... I think that's pretty beyond it. Alright, let's go find some water to give it a quick wash. Thankfully there's plenty of that around today. In typical UK style. Lots of rain. I'm pretty sure that is a coin. It's pretty gone though, I don't know. It could be a button. It hasn't got, well I don't know, it has got a little bit in the middle there. It could look like could be a button. It's so gone, I can't tell anything on that. Yeah, good VDI on it and stuff obviously, but yeah, shame it's absolutely gone, isn't it? So yeah, no way of telling what that is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'd say there's probably it's either a button or a coin. Well, yeah, guess we won't know. Right, next one. I think it's going to be quite junky. It is next to the footpath, but I could be wrong. I don't know. What is that? I think it's lead. A big lump of lead, maybe? It's something similar to what we found earlier with the lead with kind of like what looks like a coin, but I don't think it is a coin, is it? I don't really know. Kind of stamped in it. And I've seen these a few times, but I don't really know what they're for. What they were used for back in the day. It definitely looks like a coin has been stamped inside lead, doesn't it? Don't know. Of course, there's nothing on there, but don't really know. Bizarre. Yeah. Odd little find. Yeah. Right. And I'm just noticing the sky has got very, very dark above me. So the rain is coming our way. Let's hope we can get some more targets in before it buckets down. And I get drenched. Now, unfortunately, my camera memory card has decided to, well, it's basically max capacity. So I can no longer record on there, so I couldn't film when I found this, but yeah, same day obviously. Absolutely brilliant, just look at that. What a great little find. Here's the hole detector, we're still here. Been a wet one, hasn't it? But yeah, this has really made it pay off. So that is absolutely stunning. It's a lovely medieval French jet and that. Brilliant, look how flat that is as well. Absolutely brilliant. Great find. Well, I think I picked the worst day possible to come out and do metal detecting today. Yeah, it wasn't going to rain much, and I mean, it's absolutely awful out here. I've been out here all day. Yeah, it's been like non-stop. It's had a bit of a break in the weather for a little while, but barely. Still finding targets, obviously. Not going to let it put me off. So we're just going to get on with it. We've changed field now. We're going to go to this one behind me. So we're going to have a go on this one. And I have had some nice silver out of here actually. I've had one or two hammers, not many. It's a little bit sparse when it comes to it compared to the other ones. It was previously peas, but they're all gone now. There's a bit of weed growth in there and stuff. So we've just got the road just here. Seems a bit busier that side and where the tree line is over there as well, just there. So when the rain eases up a little bit, we'll get back out there and start doing some more hunting. But it's going to be a wet one and muddy. There's the next one. 62. Rocky. It was a bit stony. Gee, looks like this feels a little bit less wet than that one. Sounds a bit rough now it's out a little bit. Sound great. Try and find it first. Somewhere in here. Pretty sure it's out. Let's check it again with this. Helps if I move the spade as well. No, I guess it's still in there a little bit. It's on that side maybe. Just in that bit. Yeah, we got it, it's just there. Just on this side. Just there. Little button. Rubbish. There's our next target. 8081. Quite a loud one. Right in the tractor line there. There's just so much mud in this field. There's so much mud. It's just so wet here today. It's absolutely awful. Get that pinpointer working. Has a habit of not connecting when you want it to. And I think that's what we found. A little bit of lead. Let's move on. Alright, the next one. Nice loud 78, that one. And they're missing that, is there? Yeah, struggle to miss that one. Not sure quite where it is, but oh, I can see it just there. Is that a coin or is it a button? Kind of say that's a button. I think that's a button. It's quite loud for a button though. Very loud for a button. Yeah, by the feel of it, it feels like a button. Yeah, it's definitely a button. Rubbish. Alright, here's our next one. Nice loud 81. And this field is pretty empty. I mean, I used to nickname it the empty field because you can kind of walk from one end to the other and not find anything. Which is quite strange because there's a lot of activity around the other fields around it, but this one, for some reason, just doesn't seem to have the activity that the others do, which is really quite odd. So obviously it wasn't very used back in the day, so yeah, I have had some silver out of here before, including a hammered, so I'm sure they're in here. And we've got another button, and the rain has picked up again, so let's crack on before we get too wet. Right, here's our next one. Hopefully the audio will be alright on the camera. Getting a bit wet now. Right, 63 VDI. Nice and easy to find. I'll tell you what, there's an absolutely stunning rainbow behind me. That's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. There's got to be some perks to being out here in the rain, isn't there? Nature's spectacles. Absolutely spectacular. And we found it. It's a little musket shot. Tiny little musket shot. Okay, tiny little one. Yeah. Normally bigger than that, but very, very small, this one. Tiny. Yeah. Right. Look at that. I think that's where we should be searching. Maybe that's where the targets are. Both ends of that rainbow. Look at that. That is absolutely cracking, isn't it? Wow. Right, that's me all done. I'm a bit wet, I'm a bit muddy, but we got there in the end. Was hoping for a bit of a better day, finds wise. Unfortunately, it just didn't happen, did it? It's kind of just one of them days. If you found good stuff every day, you wouldn't come back, would you? So they'll be in here for us to find next time. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more. But that jetton, what a find! Absolutely brilliant. I've not found one like that yet, so really, really pleased with that. If you like the content, guys, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Just hit the button, you'll get all the notifications sent through to you when I upload new content. So really appreciate that, and I'll see you on the next one.